Hey everyone, today I'm diving into the inspiring lives of the US presidents. From Washington to Buchanan, sharing some of the inspiring facts about these iconic figures. So buckle up, because here's 5 inspiring facts about America's presidents that you probably didn't know. George Washington. First, he was a master surveyor by the age of 17. His skills in surveying helped him understand the land better, which was crucial during his military campaigns. Second, he was a leader on the battlefield, and a leader in farming too. He incorporated innovative farming techniques at Mount Vernon, focusing on crop rotation and soil conservation. Third, Washington was fiercely against the idea of becoming a monarch. Some people wanted him to become king, but he refused. Instead, he advocated for a republic, emphasizing democracy and the power of the people. Fourth, Washington was a huge proponent of education. He believed that education was essential for the nation's future, and he even left funds in his will to establish a national university. Although it didn't happen in his lifetime, his vision influenced future educational policies. Fifth, he was known for his unwavering integrity. He voluntarily stepped down after 2 terms as president, setting a precedent for future leaders. This act was a powerful statement about the importance of peaceful transitions of power in a democracy. John Adams. First, he was a masterful lawyer who defended British soldiers after the Boston Massacre. He believed in justice for all, even when it wasn't popular. Second, he was the first vice president and the second president of the United States. Talk about starting at the top. Third, he played a crucial role in drafting the Declaration of Independence, giving birth to the nation we know and love today. Fourth, despite his busy political life, Adams was a devoted family man. His letters to his wife Abigail are filled with love and wisdom. Fifth, Adams lived to see his son John Quincy Adams become the 6th president. Thomas Jefferson. First, he wrote the Declaration of Independence at just 33 years old. Second, he was a true Renaissance man. Jefferson spoke 6 languages and was an accomplished architect. His famous home was his own design. Third, Jefferson was a foodie. He introduced macaroni and cheese, ice cream, and even French fries to America. Fourth, ever heard of the Lewis and Clark expedition? Jefferson commissioned it. Fifth, he had a secret library. When the Library of Congress burned down, Jefferson offered his personal collection, doubling its size. James Madison. First, he was the father of the Constitution. He played a key role in drafting and promoting the U.S. Constitution and the Bill of Rights. Next, Madison wasn't just a political brainiac, he was also a language whiz. He spoke Latin, Greek, and Hebrew. Third, Madison was instrumental in the founding of the Democratic Republican Party. That's the party that Thomas Jefferson led, shaping early American politics. Moving on, Madison served as president during the War of 1812. Despite the challenges, his leadership helped the U.S. emerge stronger and more united. And finally, Madison was a champion for religious freedom. He believed strongly in the separation of church and state, ensuring that everyone could worship freely. James Monroe. First, he was a key player in the American Revolution. At just 18 years old, he left college to join the Continental Army. He fought bravely in several battles, including the famous Battle of Trenton. Next, he studied law under none other than Thomas Jefferson. Third, he played a crucial role in the Louisiana Purchase. He helped negotiate this massive land deal that doubled the size of the United States. Fourth, his presidency is known for the era of good feelings. This period was marked by national unity and political harmony. Finally, he is famous for the Monroe Doctrine. This policy declared that the Americas were off-limits to European colonization, a defining moment in U.S. foreign policy. John Quincy Adams. First, he was a linguist extraordinaire. He spoke several languages including French, German, and Dutch, making him a true polyglot. Second, he served as the U.S. ambassador to multiple countries before becoming the 6th president. His diplomacy skills were unmatched. Third, he was a visionary for education. He advocated for a national university and a system of astronomical observatories. Fourth, after his presidency, he served in the House of Representatives for 17 years, passionately fighting against slavery. Fifth, Adams was the first president to be photographed, leaving behind a visual legacy for future generations. Andrew Jackson. First, he was a war hero before he was ever president. Despite being outnumbered and outgunned, Jackson led his troops to an incredible victory. He earned national fame for his role in the Battle of New Orleans during the War of 1812. Second, he was the first president to survive an assassination attempt. In 1835, an unemployed house painter named Richard Lawrence tried to shoot Jackson outside the Capitol building. Jackson, then 67 years old, fought back with his cane until others subdued the attacker. Third, Jackson was a strong advocate for the common man. He believed in the principles of democracy and worked to make the political system more inclusive for everyday Americans. He even founded the modern Democratic Party, shaping American politics for generations. Fourth, despite his rough and tough persona, Jackson was a devoted family man. He adopted two Native American boys, Lincoln and Theodore, raising them as his own. Fifth, Andrew Jackson was a self-made man. Orphaned by the age of 14, through his sheer determination and hard work, he became a successful lawyer, a senator, and eventually the President of the United States. Martin Van Buren. First born into poverty, Martin turned adversity into opportunity, becoming a self-made entrepreneur by age 30. Second, despite facing countless obstacles, he never gave up on his dreams, a true testament to perseverance. Third, Martin's passion for education led him to establish over 50 schools in underprivileged areas, giving thousands of kids a brighter future. Fourth, he's a celebrated author, using his words to inspire millions worldwide. His books are now must-reads for anyone looking to overcome life's challenges. Fifth, Martin's philanthropic efforts extend beyond education. He's contributed to numerous humanitarian causes, proving that success is best measured by the positive impact we make on others. William Henry Harrison. First, he holds the record for the shortest presidency, serving only 31 days before his untimely death. Second, before his presidency, Harrison was a hero of the War of 1812. His leadership at the Battle of Tippecanoe earned him the nickname Old Tippecanoe. Third, Harrison was the first president to campaign actively for office. His famous log cabin campaign appealed to everyday Americans, showcasing his humble roots. Fourth, despite his brief time in office, Harrison made a lasting impact. He was the first president to die in office, prompting the creation of a detailed presidential succession plan. Fifth, Harrison's legacy lives on through his family. His grandson, Benjamin Harrison, became the 23rd President of the United States. John Tyler. First, Tyler was the first vice president to become president after the death of a sitting president. Second, he was a champion of states' rights. He believed in the power of local government over federal control. Third, Tyler's dedication to his principles led him to veto bills he thought were unconstitutional. He wasn't afraid to go against the grain. Fourth, he worked hard to annex Texas. His efforts expanded the United States significantly. Fifth, Tyler showed resilience and adaptability. Even after his presidency, he continued to serve his country in various roles. James K. Polk. First, during his presidency, he successfully negotiated the Oregon Treaty with Great Britain, securing the Pacific Northwest for the U.S. Polk was a firm believer in expanding the United States from coast to coast. Second, Polk's tenure saw the U.S. fight and win the Mexican-American War. The Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo, which ended the war, resulted in the U.S. acquiring vast territories, including present-day California, Nevada, and Utah. Third, Polk was instrumental in establishing an independent treasury system. This move separated the federal government's funds from private banks, ensuring economic stability. Fourth, he's a promise keeper. Polk made a bold promise during his campaign to serve only one term. True to his word, he didn't seek re-election, focusing instead on fulfilling his ambitious agenda. Fifth, let's celebrate his work ethic. Polk was known for his relentless dedication. His commitment left a lasting impact on the nation. Zachary Taylor. First, he was a true self-made man. His early life was all about hard work and determination, teaching us that humble beginnings don't define our potential. Second, Taylor was a career military man long before he entered politics. He served in the U.S. Army for over 40 years, gaining the nickname Old Rough and Ready for his fearless leadership. Third, he played a crucial role in the Mexican-American War. Taylor's leadership and strategic brilliance in battles like Palo Alto and Buena Vista not only earned him national fame, but also paved the way for future American territories. Fourth, despite being a war hero, Taylor was a man of peace. When he became president in 1849, he sought to avoid conflict and worked to keep the Union together during a time of intense sectional division. Fifth, Taylor's legacy lives on in the values he stood for. Even though his presidency was cut short by his untimely death, his life leaves a lasting legacy of courage and dedication. Millard Fillmore. First, Fillmore was self-taught. Born into poverty, he borrowed books to educate himself. Second, he founded the University at Buffalo. Fillmore believed education was key to a better future. Third, Fillmore installed the first bathtub in the White House. Talk about making a splash in presidential history. Fourth, Fillmore was a book lover. He helped create the White House Library, ensuring future presidents had access to knowledge. Fifth, Fillmore was a champion of international diplomacy. He sent Commodore Perry to open trade with Japan, shaping global relations. Franklin Pierce. First, Franklin Pierce was a true advocate for education. He helped establish the Smithsonian Institution, a treasure trove of knowledge. Second, Pierce wasn't just about politics. He was a decorated war hero in the Mexican-American War, showing true bravery on the battlefield. Third, he was a master of diplomacy. He solidified U.S. relations with Japan, opening doors for trade and cultural exchange. Fourth, Pierce was passionate about unity. Despite his own struggles, he worked tirelessly to keep the nation together during turbulent times. Lastly, Franklin Pierce was a trailblazer in public health. He championed the first national mental health hospital, paving the way for better mental health care. James Buchanan. First, Buchanan was the only bachelor president. He dedicated his life to the nation, steering clear of marriage to focus on his political career. Second, he was a linguistic wizard. Buchanan was fluent in multiple languages, using this skill to navigate complex international negotiations. Third, Buchanan championed education. He personally funded scholarships to help underprivileged students get a quality education. Fourth, Buchanan was an animal lover. He owned a herd of elephants gifted by the King of Siam, although they never made it to the White House. Fifth, Buchanan's resilience. Despite facing harsh criticism, he remained steadfast in his duties, teaching us the value of perseverance.